politicians seem unable to resist using Hitler as a rhetorical hammer with which to beat their opponents. And it rarely ends well. Take Boris Johnson's predecessor as London Mayor, Ken Livingstone. Last month, he waded into Labour's anti-Semitism row, saying Hitler supported Zionism, leading to a furious exchange with MP John Mann.
You're a lying racist.
Really? Why don't you go and check
a Nazi
history?
apologist. A Nazi apologist.
Check your history.
Labour suspended Mr Livingstone.
Apologise, Mr Livingstone. Why?
In the US, Hillary Clinton compared Putin's annexation of Crimea to the early days of Nazi Germany's expansion. And she's now likened her presidential rival Donald Trump to Hitler because of comments like this.
Donald J. Trump is calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States.
Well, one man, American lawyer and author Mike Godwin, noticed that the longer online discussions went on, the more likely it was that people started invoking Hitler. That tendency became known as Godwins Law. And Mr. Godwin himself joins me now. So why do you think it is that Hitler is so often invoked, and what does it signify?
Well, I think that what history, in modern history, the horrors of Hitler and Nazi Germany take up such a big amount of space in our brains in terms of our sense of recent history. We have a sense that that is what a huge political disaster, a huge a set of human atrocities can look like. And so when we engage in heated debate and we try to find comparisons that where we can invoke the weight of history against someone else or in favor of our own views, there's a temptation to take the biggest and worst example that history presents us with, or at least that recent history presents us with. And I think that's what Hitler and Nazi Germany offers a lot of people.
Is it offensive, do you think, or lazy, or is it justified?
Well, I think it's mostly lazy. There are occasions in which people who are quite thoughtful will compare either some kind of modern policy or some kind of attitude to something that was prominent in Nazi Germany or prominent during the Third Reich era. But quite often it's lazy. I mean, what happens is that people essentially play a kind of can you top this rhetorical duel. And then it's hard to get worse than Hitler or Nazis. So that is quite often the debate will lead to that. And I think more thoughtful people tend to refrain from jumping to those extreme comparisons.
So do you think Boris Johnson was being thoughtful or lazy here?
Well, I'm an American, and it doesn't really seem, I can't pretend that I've followed any former mayor of London to any great degree. And I don't want to speak as an expert on British politics, but I will say this. I think that Mr. Johnson, by saying that the European Union and that the Eurozone and that the common market are all sort of represent an imperialistic ambition by bureaucrats in Brussels or by the government of Germany, I think that that's not right. I think that the impulses behind the European Union are exactly the ones that existed 40 years ago, which was greater economic unity, greater economic opportunity, greater trade opportunity, and finding common ground. And so I don't really agree.
We're right at the end of the program. We have to leave it there, but Mike Godwin of Godwins Law, thank you very much for joining us.